Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Now, have you guys ever wondered if you can possibly die from a hair transplant? Now, who the hell dies from a hair transplant, right? I mean, I've heard of people that died from, getting their boob implants done, but I've never heard of anyone that died from a hair transplant. Now, that's about to change because 2 people actually died in India and the US from having a hair transplant. When 22-year-old medical student Santosh went in to get his hair transplant procedure due to his baldness in June of 2016, his parents were worried. After all, hair transplant procedures are so common these days that it's almost become a go-to method to combat male pattern baldness. Now, what was supposed to be an easy 6-hour outpatient procedure soon turned into a tragic turn. It turns out that his hair transplant at Advanced Robotic Hair Transplant Center was performed by 2 unqualified doctors. Santosh complained of discomfort during the procedure while he was under local anesthesia. He had severe vomiting, fever, and diarrhea and was soon taken to the intensive care unit at a nearby hospital. The following day, he suffered from multi-organ failure and died subsequently. It was reported that his death was triggered by allergy to anesthesia, which went undiagnosed. Now, there's another case in April of 2006 where a 52-year-old Southern California man who died during a routine hair transplant procedure was administered 3 times the normal dosage of lidocaine, a local anesthetic, according to a wrongful death lawsuit filed by his widow. Within an hour of going into his procedure, he was pronounced dead. Now, the risk of dying from a hair transplant procedure is extremely rare, and death can and has happened while undergoing hair transplant procedures due to anesthetics. But like any medication, there are known risks of lidocaine. If untreated, local anesthetic toxicity can result in seizures, respiratory depression or arrest, hypertension, cardiovascular collapse, or even cardiac arrest leading to death. Now, there's a lot of over-the-counter drugs such as Tylenol, aspirin, vitamins, and other substances which should be normally safe, but on very rare occasions, each of these can kill. When used in overdose and untreated, these medications, including lidocaine, can be lethal. So how does an ordinary person know if the doctor he chooses, or the facility the doctor practices in, or the track record of the doctor's previous history is clean? Well, you can go to the medical board of the state and find out if your doctor has a clean record, and it's usually available online in most states. Now, you might be surprised to find that your doctor has been in trouble and has a well marked up record of infractions. Now, there's some doctors who are even known to be drug addicts, who had sexual misconduct, or even had been disciplined by the medical board for any reason, and that actually creates a public record which you can have access to. It's also very important to be active on hair transplant forums where patients can share valuable resources on different doctors, as well as their opinions and results of their hair transplants to help you in choosing the right doctor. So now, to avoid the possibility of death during a hair transplant, you should consider the following. So number 1, you want to make sure that the doctors are trained and retrained at least every 2 years in advanced cardiac life support, and they should know how to respond in emergencies. Number 2, the doctors should fully understand the risks of what they do and all of the potential complications of the medications that they administer and how to respond to such complications. Now, this obviously includes local anesthesia. They want to make sure what the normal dosages are and how to react in case a patient were to have an allergic reaction. And number 3, you want to make sure that the doctors and their entire staff are adequately trained in the procedures that they perform and oversee, including life support activities. Anyways guys, hope that this has been helpful. Thanks for watching guys. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to share them and make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Take care.